So here we are. Later, I have woken up, and so, yeah. Going to be, running out of iron, apparently. Because that's what I do best. So I did collect, or since the last one, got that and 80 nanos, which is pretty nice. Like really nice, you know? Gonna be healing up the dragoons here. The tanks and walls are all fully healed. As should be evidenced. Gonna go over here. And I'm gonna grab a new dragoon. And then, there's some extra stuff out here on the map first. Like, oh, I thought this would be. I thought the boss would be spawned in, but he's not. Okay, well. Yeah. I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna suffer against Mr. Kraken for a little bit. Because why not, right? Why shouldn't I do the boss on its respawn? Okay, I'm thinking that the acid is gonna end this attempt. Yep, it ended the attempt very quickly. Alright. Oh, right. I gotta get the fish up there so they can actually tank. Very nice. Nice big crit there, which means we retry. Now that's actually pretty good. And that's not so good. Okay, it's gonna poison something. Yes, it did. So we try again. Yeah, the ironclads would not survive against the fire mod. They'd just get one shot by that if it was applied to the boss. It's a way better opening attack. Of course, we gotta wait and see if the poison does anything. You know, that's acceptable. It poisons, but for a gray hit, so it's basically nothing. Okay, that's not so nice. Just launch some attacks here. That's equally as not so nice. That's pretty nice, though. Okay, halfway-ish. Good hit on the Bowie. Let's see. Let's look at the tentacles. That one is ready to dive. Okay, I'll just use this attack. No, it's probably not going to go so well. Poison is gonna proc, and it's gonna kill the boat. You know what? You know what? I'm not losing a boat. I refuse. I refuse. I'm not losing a boat to poison today. Exactly. Now, losing a boat to a tentacle, that's unavoidable. But losing boats to poison, that's very avoidable. Exactly. That's why I'm going to do it this way, rather than the other way. That was an amazing attack, and I will leave that thing alive now. Okay, I'm gonna go for the dive attack on this guy. 69 damage. It's very useful. So that's gonna go for this attack. It did kill it though, unfortunately, because it managed to crit for some reason. Alright. Doing way better this time around. Way better. I would like if the tentacles would not hit right there, though. I should have killed that tentacle. Uh-huh. Don't poison it. Don't poison it, please. There we go. Oh, I gotta use these attacks, I just realized. Okay, that boat's dead. That boat will not be seeing repairs until after the boss strike is over. That is simply the way of things. Use a couple of dive attacks on this guy. That's very nice that he hit the buoy. 204 on the dive attack, that's also really nice. 217 and breach. Oh, let's see here, we got that. Alright, yeah. Let's go for this. Okay, there goes the boat. And there goes the other boat. Not retreating now. I refuse. 386. Okay. Okay, this should finish it. Cool. Was that worth it? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. For being entirely honest here. Okay, well. And with that, that is the end of the generic whatchamacallit. Save repairs for repairs. Kinda wish I had the advanced hospital right now. I'll probably end up getting one of those if I have the nanopods for it later on down the line. Because at the same time, I am still saving up for as much as possible for these things. Because 422 split by 85 equals exactly 4 of these. And 4 of these should be good. Alright, so we got almost tier 10 it looks like. I might as well donate the concrete while I'm at it. Not like I'll be using the concrete for anything else. And then we got... try a new formation real quickly. So there was a formation on the Discord that was very cheap looking. Yeah, very, very cheap looking. Goes 3 Wimp, 3 MG, and 4 soldiers. Now this formation is probably, like, you know, gonna fall apart, realistically speaking. Like, you know, really realistically, but whatever. Not a fan of Mr. Flying Guy back there. Not a fan of Mr. Punching Guy right there either. Okay, so I'm gonna use the gun. That's gonna burn to death. That's gonna dodge really nicely. And I'll start with the Wimp attacks. Well, maybe, of course. This formation is, like, you know, 100% a throwaway sort of formation. Because the Wimps and MGs are basically free, after all. Soldiers, maybe not free, but I got such an excess of them that I should be just fine. I'll see, that is that. I mean, it cleared wave 1, so I think that's what really matters here at this point. Clearing at least 1 wave means you get a lot more points than clearing none waves. MG turret really putting in the effort there still. Maybe take out a unit like so, or not. You're gonna lose a unit. So instead, I'll move on to the soldiers. Very nice. That's very not nice. So I'm not a fan of losing that unit to 200 damage crit. This is perhaps the least effective, the worst sort of formation lineup that I could have been left with here. But you know what? I'll actually say I don't mind. Because here's the thing. And the thing is, I'm still on wave 3. And wave 3 for such a cheap unit comp, despite its flaws, of course. Still a very cheap unit comp is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Okay, there goes that. Use the gun a little bit. Lose the gun a bit, yes. Let's see about taking out some of the guys in the back line because they are very weak. See about taking out this guy because he is very weak as well. So it's not quite as like brutally as effective as lightning dragoons. That's for sure. I'm gonna get rid of the shotgunner. We're left with a single target. So I'm actually gonna clear 3 waves here. Crazy enough. So that guy's dead. It's the flames. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go for that. Hope for a little bit of burn. Get a bit of burn. Go for a bit of that there. Lose a bunch of HP. Nice. A little bit of burn. Good little dodge. Good bit of dodge. Throw a grenade there, I guess. Why not? Lose the unit. Okay. See about taking out the spider wasp with the final attack here. Yeah. 3,600. Very cheap and effective, I will say. And so, with that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna